Yeah, yeah. All right. All right. We got liftoff. Wow. Technical difficulties. Crazy, man. Crazy. Technical difficulties. We ain't even start yet, man. But we alive. We alive. We alive. We are live. Ah, what a good feeling. This could have been a live stream where I would have been crying, but I feel good, man. Woo! Yeah! I feel good. Guys, was so tired yesterday, man. Couldn't do it. I planned it, pushed it back, fell asleep, man. Fell asleep watching the highlights for all the games, because you guys know I want to talk about all the matches and all the teams and everything. And I just couldn't do it, man. I said I'll do it in the morning because I was so tired. So tired. But we are the champions, baby! Whoa! Pardon me, I'm acting crazy right now, but it feels good, man. It feels good. And before I even get into celebrating or anything, I like to say commiserations to all the Liverpool fans. Commiserations, man, because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for Liverpool, it would have been a walk in the park. We would have probably won the title by about 20 points. You see what I'm saying? So you have to commend a team that keep you on your game, that just make you have to play better. You see what I mean? And I know the Liverpool fans would be disappointed, but at the same time, they have all right to be proud of that wonderful team that Klopp has put together. And when you really, it's kind of unfair, you know what I'm saying? It is kind of unfair. Just imagine you as a person, you're doing something and you're working so hard at it, you're so good. You know what I'm saying? You're almost perfect, but there's someone better. And that's hard to take. That is really, really hard to take. And that is what we have in Man City and Liverpool. And to win the title by one single point again, oh man, it speaks volumes of how good both teams are. I'm telling you guys, yesterday was a special day, a roller coaster type of day, and I don't know how I got through it, man. As a City fan, I know most City fans dealt with the same thing. I don't know, man. And I know Liverpool fans would feel, the anguish as well. Oh, what a day, what a league, man. That's the first thing I was actually saying. What a league. What a league. That was a special day we had yesterday. Guys, that was special. That was special, man. Seriously. There was just something special about that day. Man City, my team, we almost bottled it. Almost bottled it. And I tried my best to stay positive. I tried my best not to be nervous. But let me tell you something. When Aston Villa scored that second goal, boy, it came crashing down. The nerves, it came crashing down. I was like, God damn, I can't believe this. Liverpool were 1-1 against Wolves, and it was set up. It was set up for Liverpool to actually go on and hijack. The right word is hijack the Premier League title from Man City. Because remember, this was never Liverpool's title to really win, if you really think about it, because City and Chelsea have been on top of the league for the longest time. City the most days, Chelsea the second most. Liverpool were only on top for 11 days total. So it was never really their title to win. It was City's title to lose. You see what I mean? And for them to actually put themselves in a prime position to go on to win it, it just speaks volumes of how good the team is. And for City, we almost bottled it. We almost bottled it. I can't put it any other way. We almost bottled the league. Because you're telling me with 20 minutes left, 20 minutes plus extra time. You need 3 goals and hoping that Liverpool do not go ahead against Wolves. Listen, you know, if City did not score, Liverpool win the title. And I actually got so desperate. I'm keeping it 100% honest right now. I got so desperate during these games because I had both games watching at the same time. I had the City game on my phone so that I don't lose any, connection, and I had the Liverpool game on my tablet tethering. And I'm at work at the same time, so I'm hoping that I don't get a call to go outside to do something. And astonishingly, guys, I didn't have anything to do during that time. You know what I'm saying? I hope, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have anything. It was just like the world stood still and the Premier League just went on. And we all watched. And what Manchester City did there is nothing short of miraculous. It's miraculous. That's the only word I could think of, right? It's miraculous. That was a miracle. That had to be a miracle. And you got to give Pep Guardiola the credit for when he made the substitutions, the personnel that he brought on. Raheem Sterling, Ilkay Gundogan, and Zinchenko were all instrumental in this miraculous comeback pulled off by City. Because Liverpool were doing what they needed to do. I think Wolves played well in that game. And I'll get to the game. But this is just a reaction to everything that happened. Everything that transpired. I think Wolves played well. And they could have actually done a lot better. They didn't take their chances. But Liverpool took theirs. Klopp, threw the kitchen sink at it. Forced to bring on Milner. Thiago injured. And then he brought on Mo Salah and Firmino. And Liverpool got the job done. They did what they needed to do. Remember that. Liverpool did what they needed to do. At the end of the day, it wasn't enough. And maybe some people would go back and they would look at certain games like a Brighton, a Brentford, a Tottenham game, a Leicester game, a West Ham game, the games against Chelsea, the games against Man City. And they would say, that's where you lost the title. No, I don't think so. You would go back and use hindsight. You know what I'm saying? Hindsight is something special that you don't have when the thing is happening. But you would go back and you would say, there is where Liverpool lost the title. I don't think so. I think Liverpool did not win because Man City were just so good. You see what I'm saying? Just think about it. You just think about it. Liverpool were very good. But City just had that little extra to just get ahead by 1 point. 1 point, man. Literally 1 fucking point, man. Again, this is ridiculous. To score 3 goals in 5 minutes, I'm telling you. Woo! I'm there at work in the pickup by myself watching this game. By myself, no interruptions, nobody. I didn't see anybody, I didn't talk to anybody. And I'm watching the game and I'm like, Wolves. At that point, I give up for City. I'm like, we're so trash in the game. We're playing so badly in the game right now. Misplacing passes. We can't stitch together a good attack. We can't break down Aston Villa even if they put Robin Olsen in the goal and rest Emi Martinez. It was like, here you go. Play against the goalkeeper making his Premier League debut for Aston Villa and do your thing. We couldn't score, and I was like, I'm actually backing for. I'm paying more attention to the Liverpool game now, and I'm backing for Wolves. Like, Wolves, please score. Then Donker, you dummy, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, come on, Wolves. Come on, you could do this, Wolves. I'm praying that Wolves get a second goal so that it could put it, beyond the shadow of a shadow's doubt when it comes to Liverpool getting back in the game, right? I mean, in terms of winning, getting the advantage. And what? What happened there? I don't even know. I can't comprehend. I couldn't picture us getting 3 goals. The first goal, I think that was Sterling's cross over into Gundogan and him heading it in. I lost it. I literally lost it. But let me tell you, when Rodri scored, when Rodri side-footed that ball in the back, and then I don't know what it is, but it was just like my body got overtook by some spirit. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling like my heart, everything was like, I just felt this feeling, man. Like, God damn, how the hell did we manage to do this? Like, how did we manage to do this, though? How? I'm trying to figure it out. How did this happen, man? You see what I mean? It's equivalent to being taken over by the Holy Spirit. I'm telling you, seriously, I was like, God damn, why am I feeling like this? I'm feeling like tingly, like God damn. Wow. We are back with 13 minutes left to go. We gotta win this. And Liverpool is still 1-1, you know what I mean? And I'm like, woo, how did the league come down to the last 13 minutes of the season plus extra time? I don't even understand. You gotta love it, man. You really, really gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. And Kevin De Bruyne to set up Gundogan, that ball rolling all the way to the far post, and it's Ilkay Gundogan to tap it in. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Listen, the way I screamed, I'm telling you this. I didn't know I have it in me. I really didn't know I could scream. The way I screamed in the vehicle that I was in, I'm like, I said, like, my thing, I said on Twitter that I screamed like the little bitch. You know, part of my language, but I'm telling you, man, that's how I sounded, man. I'm like, whoo! I can't believe this. I simply can't believe this. We were staring down the barrel of defeat, a double barrel. And we pulled it off. That's why I say commiserations to Liverpool. They did what they had to do. Salah, Robertson, they scored 3-1 win. And City coming from 2-0 down for the second time. Second week in a row. To save and win their title. Something special, man. And if you were there to witness it, if you watch it on TV, it will go down as one of the most memorable wins. Memorable. I think out of Guardiola's 4 titles, this one was the best one. That's why he cried. That's why he cried. He was made to work the hardest for this one. 38 match days. And to win the title by one single point is absolutely remarkable. It's remarkable. I know in the history books it would say City won the title. City won it. 2018-19, City won it as well. It would say City won it. But if you weren't there to witness it and to document and follow those seasons, you would never know that Liverpool were as great as City were during those seasons. 1 point. 1 point is simply ridiculous. 97 points and you not win a title. That was in 2018-19, right? And 92 points and not win a title? That is simply ridiculous, if you ask me. That is ridiculous. That does not happen. That simply does not happen. You had 92 points. The title is yours. It is yours. But that was something special, man. The players, the City players, everybody, man. Everybody that took part helped out in a great way. Everybody. Everybody, man. Even a Jack Grealish. If his goal against West Ham didn't happen, we lose the title. It is that simple. It is that simple. I know people want to criticize certain players, say they didn't do well enough in the season. Everybody who won this title for Man City deserves a lot of credit. And as Pep said, they're all legends. All of them. All. Maybe with the exception of Benjamin Mendy. But you know what I'm saying. But look, big up to everybody in the stream right about now, man. It's your boy Dom. Back again with the live stream. Appreciate it. Mike, who said, congrats, Dom. Send me the link. We need to talk. Definitely, I could do that. I don't want to be super long today because I got an appointment at about 11 o'clock. But I'll hit you with the link so you could come on and share your piece. Definitely, we'll appreciate that. Guys, it was special, man. It was indeed special. I want to talk about all the other games as well, and just, you know, appreciate this memorable season that we just witnessed. That was epic, man. That was epic. That was epic, man. Big up to Doug. Big up to Doug. So Doug, you know, I'm gonna hit you with the link as well. We all gonna talk about these games. You know, you guys gonna help me out because I'm a bit emotional right now. I don't really usually get emotional, but you know what's crazy, man. You know what's crazy. You know what's crazy. This is what's crazy, right? This is what's crazy. You think you're tough. You think you're tough, and you think you could deal with it. I wasn't nervous. I'm calm. Villa score. I'm calm. I'm like, we gotta come back here. I'm good. I'm trying to keep my poise. And then they score a second, and all of a sudden I start sweating. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting sweaty. I'm getting a bit nervous. My heart rate is fluctuating because Liverpool are over there doing their thing, and I'm like, how am I gonna deal with the Liverpool fans if they go on to win the title? How am I supposed to come and show my face here today or whatever and deal with the Liverpool fans? And I'm like, please do it, please. Wolves, not even City. I'm like, Wolves. I got so desperate. I got so lucky with that game that I was actually begging, literally begging for Wolves. Begging for Wolves to do us a favor. And you don't want to ever be in that position, man, where your life depends on someone else. You know, you never want to be in that position at all. You never ever want to be in that position. So guys, we got our boy Doug here. Big up to Doug. Doug, how are you?
Got it, but you guys.
Let me see. Yeah, Doug, I'm not hearing you, but it's not your fault. It's just actually my fault because
yeah, no worries.
My system got kind of disconnected. So yeah, let me know. Say something.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely got it. But I have to say, no point yesterday that we were top. Like when you guys were 2-0 down, we were 1-1. I don't think we took advantage. We didn't take advantage. So fair play to you. And I have to say that Rodri has been undoubtedly one of your best players this season.
Yeah, Rodri stepped up big time, man. I think there's a stat that, you know, he won the ball the most times, like most recoveries or something this season. He stepped up, man, and there's a trend with City players, and I don't think people are actually taking note. Their first seasons are never that good. Yeah. It's rare that a City player just come in, hit the ground running, and bam, you know, like what a Luis Diaz or a Kulusevski or Bruno Guimaraes, you know, and amongst a few other players have done. City players take time to build up, you know what I'm saying? It's like putting on a kettle. It takes time to heat up and boil. So Cancelo is a perfect example. You have Nathan Ake last season was nowhere, and I think he did well enough this season. You think Rodri, and I think a player that could come full circle for us next season is Jack Grealish. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen glimpses of that. So, you know, people like to banter and they like to, you know, but the man won a title. You know, big up to the boy Mike. Oh man. Oh man, Mike, talk to us, man.
Can you hear me?
Definitely, could hear you.
I'm in mourning. Why do you think I'm wearing a ski mask and wearing all black today? I'm in mourning, bro.
How you feel, man? How you feel?
Devastated. I thought it was written in Hollywood. Coutinho would score, Liverpool would win the title, and then just an epic comeback of epic proportions that we won't see for many, many seasons to come.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. And you mentioned, I'm glad you mentioned the fact that Coutinho scored. You see what I'm saying?
Was a good goal.
Steven Gerrard in charge of Villa. Villa was actually, you know, and I was criticizing even you, Doug, for your predictions that you made and everything. And I was like, are you ridiculous? How are you going to make a prediction like this? Like, come on. You're making the prediction with your Liverpool hat on, man. You know? But you were actually onto something. And I was afraid that all the people that were saying Villa was actually going to help Liverpool. City were going to lose the title. I thought they were going to be proven right, because look, the first goal went in, and I'm like, okay, why are we going behind in a game that's a potential final here? But Liverpool went behind first, and I felt good. I was like, yeah, baby, yeah. And Wolves were helping us out big time, but it just shows how much of a, you know, fighters that Liverpool team, you know, are, man, and it's ridiculous. You guys, I don't know, man. You guys deserve something more than second. I'm telling you, you deserve more than second. It's unfair. It's actually very, very, very unfair, man. Seriously, to come in second being that good. Seriously.
I mean, it's a way of saying that you whoever finishes on top after 38 games deserves it, and you know, it's simple as that. Where I think we've lost it, I think I remember like the silly draws, like Brentford 3-3.
But Doug, but what I said earlier, you can't really use hindsight to judge the season. You know what I'm saying? Because it's unfair to the team to use hindsight. Because remember, it's a 38 match season, and there's so many variables, injuries, families. You know what I'm saying? You have COVID, you have the Champions League match days, you have the League Cup, FA Cup. So there's so many things that goes across an entire 38 match season that it's unfair to really criticize a draw here, a draw there. Yeah, we could go back and we can say that, but City also were dropping points. You see what I'm saying? So the only games that I think you could actually blame for Liverpool not winning the title is the game where you had to beat City and you didn't. You see what I'm saying? And credit to Man City for, at the end of the day, you could say credit to City for picking points up in those games, because that's 2 points that City got in those games and ended up winning by 1 point. You see what I mean? So, and it's those 2 points actually won us the title, because let's say we were on 91 points, right? We would have gotten one to get to 92 and another one to get to 93. So you have to blame those games. You gotta blame those games, because it was in your hands to beat us even at your at Anfield, and you didn't.
Yeah, and that we started really slowly yesterday. You know, when Wolves scored after 3 minutes, I was like, oh no! You just knew what was going to happen. And as you said, Dan Donker should have scored at that moment as well. But let's go back to Rodri. How crucial has his contributions been this season? The block against Fabinho at the Anfield was absolutely fantastic. I think the goal yesterday, the goal against Arsenal, he's been so critical in this title race. He's scored so many important goals for you guys, and undoubtedly he's probably the best DM in the Premier League this season, and hence why I put him in my team of the season this morning.
Yeah, I didn't make a team of the season, but you know, Rodri does not get enough credit. I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans that would say Fabinho would be is a better defensive midfielder than Rodri as well. But if you really check the stats and how he performed this, I know both of them did well this season, but Rodri was massive, man. Rodri was massive. The goals, the blocks, the recovery, his passing range and everything. You know, he got the height, you know what I'm saying? And his mobility this season has improved. You know what I'm saying? Rodri was a bit kind of sluggish, slow runner, and not really proactive type player like the past couple seasons. But this season, man, he's turned into a beast, man. The beast that Guardiola knew he could be. When he was at Atletico Madrid, he was touted as one of the next big things, and I'm surprised that when he came to City, those labels kind of went away. It's the same like Ferran Torres, and those labels went away. You know, when he was at Valencia, you know, so much ratings, and then when he went to City, people like lost respect for him. You know what I mean? But you know, Rodri has been massive, but what about İlkay Gundogan, man? Pep's first ever signing, man. First ever signing, and he comes up clutch on the final day where that could actually be his final contribution for City as well, because he's rumored to be on the way. I hope he doesn't stay in the Premier League, because whoever gets him, that would be a good acquisition, man. That would be a really good acquisition.
Exactly. Can I just say this, Dom? If people want to... sorry for my language, but if people want to fucking blame the handball that Rodri had against Everton and this sort of stuff, bro, all that matters is you look at the table, who's number one, Man City, and who's number two, Liverpool. And Liverpool should have just done better in games that, you know, we drew, and that's the problem. And also, Liverpool didn't beat any of the top four teams this season. We drew every single game.
Facts.
That was the difference. And
facts.
Just gotta credit City fucking again.
Yeah. Facts. And I'm glad you mentioned that you didn't beat any of the top four teams. On Man City did beat Chelsea twice, right? Yeah. We beat Chelsea twice, and you didn't beat Chelsea, you didn't beat City, and you did not beat Spurs. So if there's an area where Liverpool could actually improve next season, is right there. It is right there. You guys take notes, guys. That's the area where Liverpool needs to improve. Do the same things. Beat Spurs and beat Chelsea. You know you're going to have the odd result against, you know, the Brightons and the Brentfords and whoever, you know, are going to give you a tough time on the day. But you got to beat the teams that are fighting for the places. Spurs, Chelsea, City. Look, you could, it does. At the end of the day, sometimes it doesn't really matter if you drop points against those other teams, as long as you keep up with the bunch and you beat them. That's what it is. That is what it is, man. Guys, I'm telling you, the emotions yesterday. Oh man, I never felt that in a long time, man. I'm telling you. And I know for you guys, you know, you guys are watching both of the games, right?
Yeah. I had the big screen, I had the City game action, and the little screen, I had Liverpool. And when Cash scored, man, I went crazy. Then when Coutinho scored, I said,
it's done, right?
No, I didn't say it's done.
Oh.
Because it's football. At the end of the day, crazier things have happened in football. But I was like, I told my girlfriend, let's get the champagne ready. There might be something crazy happening here. And then I saw one goal go in. Then I saw Villa collapse. By the way, this came on the City fans who attacked on Olsen as well. I know he's attacked.
Yeah.
But that is shameful behavior on their part.
I think Olsen kept very well on the day, though. I think he did very well.
He didn't have much to do in the first half.
He did well though.
Getting well into the box, but you guys got nothing.
I think he kept very well, and the chances that that we put away, I don't think anyone else saved those, man. They were just meant to happen. I don't know what it was. But shame on whoever attacked Robin Olsen, and we've seen that happen with the whole Vieira situation as well. We've seen that with the Billy Sharp situation as well, where a player just football tackled Billy Sharp. And it's like, so it's just overzealous football fans that does not represent the large amount of the majority of the fans, and it's sad.
It's like people have actually forgotten how to behave. Like,
Exactly.
you've seen a lot of these like incidents now that have been over the past couple of weeks, and it's not just one, it's not just two, it's not just three. Like I obviously remember the Everton Crystal Palace one, and that was really, really bad. What if someone's got a knife? What if someone's carrying like something to
Exactly.
go and harm someone? Something needs to be stopped. Something needs to happen to stop these.
People actually losing their respect. It's like the players are not respected at the levels that maybe they once were, and we're not looking at the footballers like, oh man, that's a special person. That's like a god, basically. You know what I'm saying? And you just look at it and being disrespectful. It is not necessary, man. And especially. We won the game, we won the title, and you're going to do something like that. So I know fans let their emotions get the best of them. People going on the goalpost, broke the crossbar, and I know you're celebrating, but some people, bro, are just extra. You know what I'm saying? That's just what you're always going to find people like that. Oh, you cannot stop it. It doesn't matter what you do, you just cannot stop it, man. But I hope Alson is okay, and I don't condone any of that at all. That does not represent me or the majority of the City fans, man. But guys, do you believe Pep Guardiola actually cried? That's how much it meant to him. The man cried,
Yeah, but he was under so much stress, Dom.
Yes,
you haven't won any trophies, and if you lost that trophy, boy, oh boy,
it would have been.
We would be having a different conversation right here, spending all that money and going trophyless. That would be shameful.
Talk about the different conversation that we could have been having right now, right?
Of course.
I want to ask both of you again. When the Coutinho goal was scored and it was 1-1 between Liverpool and Wolves, be honest, guys. Did you start in your mind like you did this? Like you were like this, and then you were like, whoa. Title.
I started getting closer to the
Are you like title might be coming here? City might be battling this. Were you guys having that feeling? Remember, this is a 2-goal deficit, with 20 minutes to go, and the team have repelled City for the entire game. I thought I was already feeling down, and I already felt like it's done. I cannot believe this. I'm like, I cannot believe this. This is it. This is literally embarrassing. This is even more embarrassing than the Real Madrid collapse. I cannot believe I have to deal with this twice in one season. How did you guys feel? Did you guys feel like you had the title there?
Go ahead, Doug.
No, I didn't, because I knew kind of the last time you guys actually came back from 2 goals down, I think it was 2005. I think it was against Norwich City. You were 2-0 down and you came back to win 3-2. And I do think that the Real Madrid game came into the City's mindset. So it was like, oh no, here we go. We're going to have to do a sort of a Real Madrid sort of comeback. So no, I didn't think it was one, because at that point, and I said it earlier, the fact that we were not top at any point yesterday, like 1-0 down, 1-1. Like, you guys were 2-0 down. We were still 1-1 with Wolves. So whatever happened wouldn't have mattered if we hadn't have got the goal. And then obviously the 2-1, and then 2-2, and then 3-2. I mean, 3 goals in 6 minutes is absolutely incredible. Anyway, but yeah, I think if we had been ahead before you guys had gone 2-0 down, then I think it could have been a lot different. But hindsight is a wonderful thing, as you like to say. But I do think there was a wee chance yesterday to just take advantage of you guys going 2-0 down, us going 2-1. Then there might be a little bit more pressure. But no, you just have to hold your hands up and just say that was a magnificent comeback.
It was, and I think Villa. Just like I was actually depending on Wolves to help us out, you guys were probably praying that Villa, please score more or just stop City from coming back here. And they couldn't, man. They couldn't. And I think they tried, but it was just some great football, man. I'm telling you, the goals, if I could, I remember the last moments of the goals. I can't remember the whole build-up and everything. It just was a blur. The emotions were flowing. And I could just remember the Sterling cross into the box and Gundogan just, you know what I mean? And I'm like, when you see the net bulge, you're like, oh my, I couldn't believe it. And Rodri just, like, that was so simple. That was like the Martin Odegaard goal, you know, just pass it in. Yeah, and I was like, Jesus Christ, we're back in this game? How? Please, explain this. How? I don't know. I really don't know.
You can't, Dom. It's football sometimes. There's no explanation. It just happens. And that's
Gundogan, though. Gundogan, like, how? I don't even, like, how the hell did he do that, though? How?
Well,
he, you know?
The passing was brilliant. I mean, the cross from KDB for the last goal was sensational. Absolutely sensational. So, look, I'll be honest. Unlike Dom, I thought it was in the bag. I was like 95% sure. 15 minutes to go. 2-0.
I thought that you guys had pulled it off. I'm like, I can't believe we bottled this.
Tyrone Mings and Callum Chambers were keeping City out of the and Olsen. I'm sorry, what? I couldn't believe it. I thought I was living in a fairy tale. Well, then I was dragged back to reality. Oh, man. But,
back to life. Back to reality. I'm telling you, man. Look. That was a great game. I don't know how we did it. I really don't know how we did it, but we did it, man. And it was such a relief when Pep was begging the referee to blow the freaking whistle. Like, come on, like. And could you guys believe City was playing time wasting, players going down injured, going in the corner? How often do you see Man City play corner flag football? How often?
Never.
Please tell me. We never do that. Exactly. We're learning, though. We are learning. That's the key. You gotta learn from your mistakes. You gotta learn. And the thing is, like what I said earlier, Liverpool gotta learn from this season. What Klopp has to do during the off season is go back and watch the games against City, watch the games against Spurs and the games against Chelsea, and figure out how to beat those teams. You beat those teams. Look, you have 6 games. You win at least 4 of those games, you win the title. You win 4 of those games, you win the title. Believe me. Win 4 of those games, you win the title. I don't know which of them you're going to win. If you're going to beat Chelsea twice or beat Tottenham twice and get something against City, 2 points against. But you have to figure out how to win, because you didn't lose any of those games, but you didn't win. You got 6 points out of 6. You have to figure out how to get, maybe get 12. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get 12 points. You get 12 points from those 6 games, you might go on to win the title.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
and how many did Man City get from those games? 10. No, not 10. 8. Because we didn't get any against Spurs. We got 2. Yeah, we got 8. So that's where we won the title. That's where we won the title. We got 8. You got 6. That's where we won the title.
But Dom, we got 92 points. I mean, any other
I know.
in the early 2000s, 2010s.
Bro, you win. You
92
win.
points is a ridiculous number of points. Once again.
This is why people don't like City, bro. This is why people don't like City. I'm telling you. Because imagine.
How many times would Liverpool win the league in the early 2000s with 92 points? I don't know. So somebody can let us know in the chat. But
Liverpool gotta be one of the unluckiest team in the Premier League era. Yep. You gotta be one of the unluckiest team, because if you go back and you check history, check on how many times Liverpool came in second. And that is why Pep keeps saying the Premier League is harder to win than the Champions League. And it might be a debate. It might be a debate that, maybe we could have in the future. But when you have 38 games to play, 38 games across 9 months compared to what? 6 in the group stages. What? 13? Come on. You see what I'm saying? Where you could plan and where you could shift and where you could do this and you could rest the player, rotate your team during the Premier League season and fuck up and drop points and see you lose the title by 1 point and then you're like, God damn, maybe we should have went. No, I'm just saying. Liverpool did this before though. Liverpool did this before. Remember, I could never forget this. Remember I know you guys did not win the title last season, but remember against Midtjylland. Remember against Midtjylland when Liverpool played all their big guns in a game that wasn't even needed and players got injured and it derailed the season? So it's decisions like this. When I say the Champions League, you already won the group. You could put out the weakest team you possibly could and then focus on your league on the weekend, because you mess up in one single week, it could cost you. You could mess up in 3 weeks in the Champions League and still end up getting out the group. You know what I'm saying? You mess up in 3 weeks during the league, you can't. It's like your season is over. It's basically done.
He's probably saying those comments as well because, well, he hasn't won the Champions League either.
No, I'm telling you guys this. I'm telling you,
he hasn't won the Champions League in his Man City era, so he's probably.
I know that. The Champions League is also not easy to win. It is not easy to win at all. But I think, with the Champions League, there's there's an element of luck that comes into it as well. You need luck. Whilst for the league, you already know you have to play 19 teams twice. Champions League, look at Liverpool. Look at the path Liverpool got. What if Liverpool got a harder path? You see what I'm saying? What if, just imagine, just listen to what I'm saying. If Liverpool's got the Real Madrid path, think about it. Would they have got to the final? Maybe. There's a maybe factor there, or maybe not. You see what I mean? So that's why I say the Champions League, sometimes it's easy. You know what I mean? It's easier. Because you might get lucky with a path. You might get Benfica, Inter, Villarreal. That's an easy path, guys. Come on, think about it. That's easy. That's an easier path than Chelsea, PSG, and Man City. Way easier. Way easier.
But then why haven't we had more upset winners in the Champions League as well? But
that is why I think the Champions League is easier to win than your league title. It's easier, bro. I'm telling you this. There's an element of luck that goes into it, and there is also a lot of variables like the draw and a lot of other things that come into play, man. I just feel the same, and I'm not making an excuse for not winning it. I honestly think it will come when it comes. When it comes, it comes. I'm not worrying about that. See, I swear, I would love to win it, but I'm not dreaming every day about winning the Champions League. I honestly, and I don't know if who wanna agree with me. Who don't wanna agree with me, don't agree with me. But I feel fucking good to win the league this season, even though we miss out on the Champions League. I feel good. It feels good. I don't know what it is. I don't want the Premier League to become a farmers league, but I want to win it every season. Every season I want to win it.
It's starting to become a farmers league.
I want to win it. I want to win it, bro. I want to win it every season because I just can't stand the sight of anyone else winning it. That's the thing.
Without Liverpool and Manchester City, this Premier League would be boring.
Heck yeah.
Both of these sides.
Chelsea?
Yeah. Both of these sides have been absolutely relentless over the past 5 seasons. Pep, Klopp, both of these juggernauts going against each other, and you know what? For you can have your Chelseas, they'll probably strengthen next season. Man United are not going to be anywhere near Liverpool and City next season. Man United fans need to be realistic. You need to be realistic. Eric Ten Hag is not a miracle worker. he will need time to get his ideas across to Manchester United. Arsenal will probably be back, but they've got Europa League next season as well. Believe it or not, the title next season is probably going to be between Liverpool and City again. And
it will be.
It's just about these two teams, and you know, people can say that, you know, Manchester City and Liverpool are two fantastic sides, two fantastic juggernauts going head to head. And as I keep saying, I do feel that without these two, I think the Premier League would be a lot less exciting.
Facts. And as we land the plane on the title race and get into the other fixtures, guys, you know, that we want to actually we're going to talk about. We're not going to talk about the Champions League right now. This is the Premier League. We know we just segued a little on the Champions League to just show how important and hard the league is to win. So I'm not going to get into the Champions League debate with anybody in the chat. You don't have to agree with me, remember. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Sometimes we may get mad, you know, like how I kind of got mad at Doug's predictions yesterday. But, you know, I still have to respect his predictions. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And for Liverpool fans, let me send a message to you guys. Be humble in your approach to things. Stop being self-righteous. Because guess what? You play the Champions League final this Saturday. And if you lose it, how are you going to feel? You see what I'm saying? So you act big, you act bad, and then you could still lose the Champions League final too. So just be humble in your approach to things, man. You know, like calm. You know what I mean? Calm, man. It's not in the bag. It's not in the bag. So, you know what I mean? All the best with that. But, look. Liverpool know what they need to do next season. City know that they have a rival, an arch nemesis in Liverpool that they cannot let up. They cannot sleep. You can't sleep. You understand? You cannot sleep, man. You got to stay up until 6 in the morning when you have Liverpool on your back. And when they're sleeping, that's when you sleep with one eye open as well. And for Liverpool, what they got to do, the recruitment got to continue to be good. Look at what Luis Diaz came in and did. And Man City signed Erling Haaland. Julian Alvarez is coming as well. And for those of you guys who don't know Alvarez, man, I don't think he might have a great first season, but Julian Alvarez is inevitable. He's inevitable. So is Erling Haaland. And City's also going to replace Fernandinho and Gundogan if they leave. And there's a left back coming in as well. So what Liverpool have to do, and people might not agree, oh, Liverpool don't need to do nothing. Liverpool, they got to recruit as well. City spend, you spend smartly. I'm not saying go out and splash the cash on, you know what I'm saying, Matteo Guendouzi or, you know what I'm saying. I just had to use him, but you know,
I was gonna say,
you don't have to go out and just splash the cash on any player out there. You spend smart like Liverpool have been doing lately, you know. And Erling Haaland is coming in. I know you guys are bringing in Fabio Carvalho. He's a very, very good talent, and he could come in. He could come something big, but I don't think it's going to happen next season, right? You have to respond. You have to respond to the Erling Haaland signing, and I thoroughly believe that. And if you want to be naive and you don't want to think so, if you want to think you have Salah, Mane, and Firmino, how many titles you won with them? I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. How many titles you won with them? You would exactly. You got close. You got close on many. It could have been 3. It could have been 3, but Liverpool needs to keep building their squad. Look around who you could improve. Ox, buy, bring in somebody. Divock Origi, buy, bring in somebody. You see what I'm saying? You look around where you could improve. Maybe Joe Gomez, man, you know what? Go get some more time over there. You bring in somebody that you could look towards the future for a potential Joel Matip replacement, and he might not cry about game time. Like, you look at what you guys did with Tsimikas. He's proved to be a great signing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You need a backup right back for Trent, so that maybe sometimes, maybe you could say, you know what, maybe we're gonna need a bit more defensive, type of play in this game. Let's play this guy. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Maybe we bring Trent off the bench. You gotta try different things. I'm just saying. I'm not saying
we
that.
need to make a couple big signings, and then we make the little signings that Liverpool have always done in the last couple of seasons. But we need to sign to compete with Man City.
Exactly.
If we don't, we're gonna be 10 points behind them because look,
exactly.
Man City.
Exactly, man.
We'll see what happens.
I think when you won the title ahead of us, I don't think we were a bit complacent in a transfer window, I could remember. And we felt like, we got enough to go in and get the job done. And we didn't. You see what I'm saying? So,
did you sign anybody in that summer before we won the league?
You guys, after the Champions League win, I don't think you signed much. You had enough. And you won the league. Yeah. You didn't. I don't think you did.
The only two I can remember signing when we won the league, I think, was Adrian and Sepp Vandenberg.
Yeah, you guys didn't do anything that summer. You didn't. You know what I'm saying?
We just went again.
Yeah, and you won the league. You know what I mean? That was what, the 2018-19. You won the league 27. Yeah, you won the league after you signed Allison. You signed Naby Keita. I think that was the season you won the league. After you won the league,
Thiago and then
wait, no, the season you won the league. Yeah, Doug was right. When you won the league is when you signed the players.
Yep.
Yeah.
Note, when you won the league is when you signed the players. Allison came in, Naby Keita, Fabinho, Shaqiri came in, and you won the league the next season. And then the season when you won the league, if I'm not mistaken, I can't even remember. I think the season before you won the league, you bulked up. You won the league, and that season you didn't sign much. You didn't sign many players.
No, I
think that's what it is.
Adrian, Sepp Vandenberg.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. You built up towards the league title, but the season you won the league, you didn't really sign much. But what you did after you won the league was you brought in Jota, Thiago, and Tsimikas. That's what happened. And you haven't won the league in the last 2 seasons. That's what happened. You signed. Yeah. I'm just trying to help you guys win the league, man. That's what it is. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to help you guys figure out how to freaking take down a juggernaut like City, because it's guaranteed that they're gonna keep signing because they've learned from the past, And as I mentioned, that season when you guys won the league, I know we're going to move on just now, but the season you guys won the league, just to just to touch on that really quick. Let me just see if I could pull something up here. You won the league 2019-20, and that season we did bring in Cancelo, Rodri, Angelino, Pedro Porro, but those guys weren't used. So it's basically Cancelo and Rodri and Angelino, and then we shipped him out. And I don't think those players were really enough, to actually, rival what Liverpool were doing at the time, coming off of winning the Champions League and everything. So we definitely learned a lesson after that. And, we brought in Ruben Diaz. Remember, we didn't have the defense that season. We brought in Ruben Diaz and Nathan Ake. So you saw what City did there. Brought in those players along with Ferran Torres and won the title. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just hoping that the board of Liverpool can back Klopp. That's what I'm just praying for, because that's not always the case.
True. Yeah, but Luis Diaz have been a great signing. If you could look around and you could see how you could, where you could improve and who you could actually bring in, maybe a midfielder to unlock the defense. Is Tchouaméni a defender, a midfielder that could unlock defenses? Though I know he's a more box-to-box type of player. You see what I'm saying?
I think that's what Thiago's for. He's more of the creator around the box, whereas Tchouaméni can be the 8 who goes box-to-box, really. I think that's what they want to play Thiago as.
But when you have Thiago, Tchouaméni, Henderson, Fabinho, somebody got to miss out. You know what I mean? Well, is it going to be Jordan? Is it going to be Jordan Henderson?
Possibly.
But you can't rotate too much because you want to have that impact player in your team as much as possible. You see? And as much as Thiago has been impactful, I think you guys need a more kind of De Bruyne-esque player. Let me tell you let me tell you. You need a player that would give you goals as well. And Thiago does not do that.
No, he doesn't.
Thiago does not do that. You look at Gundogan. I don't know how we're gonna replace Gundogan, but I'm gonna say this. I might be the first person you hear say this, but I think a proper replacement for Gundogan. I don't think City's gonna go in for this player, but I think one of the most ideal. I'm gonna ask you guys this question before I let you know my answer. But one of the most ideal replacement for Ilkay Gundogan. He's in the league right now. Any player come to mind for you guys? He has goals. He has a little defensive, work in him as well. And he could transform any team he goes into.
Is he in the top 6?
No, he's not a top 6 player. He's a gem. No, not Neves. Neves doesn't have enough goals in him. Gundogan got goals in him, but Neves doesn't have enough goals in him. That's the thing.
Conor Gallagher.
Nah, you guys give up?
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse. Just think about it. Just think about. Let it settle. Think about it. Just think about it.
I don't know about that transfer, Dom. I don't think he's a City. I mean, he's very good. He's very good on the ball, like that. But
that would be
legs to cover the ground.
Trust me, that would be a great signing. Remember, Gundogan, that's who he was replacing. Gundogan is not a player that play every single match, right? So whenever he does play, he would actually have the legs to do what he got to do, and we'll have a dead ball specialist, penalty taker, if we, also a free kick taker, corners, whatever you need. And his defensive work rate is also there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many Southampton games you watch or whatnot, but I think that would be. I don't know how this player has slipped through the cracks for all these seasons, and he's still a one-club man. I don't know how this has happened, but James Ward-Prowse would be a great signing for any top 6 team, and I'm going to leave that right there. Agree with me or not? It's up to you. I'm going to leave that one right there. But look, big up to Chelsea Perspective for the super chat. Next season will be even tighter than this season. Next season will be even tighter than this season. Liverpool needs some signings, but not too many. No, not at all. And as you said, next season is going to be much tighter. I hope Chelsea figures, man. I hope Chelsea sneak their head in. You see what I'm saying? Because we thought that you guys were going to sneak your head in, and you didn't. You fell by the wayside. Big up to Botak Ching coming out of Singapore for dropping super chat as well. Appreciate that. And guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into the other games, man. Let's start the other games. We spent long talking about these ones. We're gonna spend the next 45 minutes or so talking about these other games because I gotta run out of here pretty soon. And let's take a look at the games, man. This is going to be a fun part too. Let's start with this one. Arsenal 5, Everton 1. In this game, we had a Martinelli penalty, Nketiah in very good goal, very good reaction goal by Nketiah. Cedric Suarez from the corner, that was brilliant as well. Gabriel, good turn and shoot, and Odegaard passes into the back of the net. And you could see the assist there. Pepe, Suarez, Saka, Martinelli. Donny van de Beek, oh man, figured and just put one in. Yeah, that was a nice tap in. Calvert-Lewin with the square. 5-1 to Arsenal, but still not good enough. Only good enough to come in 5th. Guys, what are your thoughts on Arsenal, the game this season? Doug?
Well, it started really badly. They had 3 defeats in a row to Brentford, City and Chelsea. But you have to say they completely bottled top 4. It was in their own hands and they completely bottled it.
But could you say they bottled it if they started that badly and they weren't? Nobody really predicted them to get top four though. So you know what I'm saying? It's kind. I think they actually did. To me, I think Arsenal did well. I don't want to get too deep into it right now. We might have to do a separate stream to review the season. But I think they did well enough to come in fifth. They could have gotten the top four, but you know, they got to blame themselves for those losses at the back end of the season here, and when they did get 3 losses on the bounce as well. So they dropped out based on their own performances, and Spurs being brilliant in the end as well. So I think Arteta did a great job though. You know, I know Arsenal fans might want top 4, but look, it's a project. These are kids, youngest team in the league, 5th. I think it's a great effort for them.
Okay, Dom, but what if they don't get top 4 next season? Then
if they don't get top 4 next season, you can't sack him.
Huh?
Why?
He's been at the club for 4 seasons.
Why are you going to sack him?
Because you haven't gone top 4 in your Arsenal Football Club. You should be aiming for top 4.
But he won an FA Cup though. Still, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Look.
Really?
What do you expect? Let me just say, what do you expect when you have City, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Chelsea playing like they are playing? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, they spent 150 million more than
yeah,
the other
but they spent that on kids.
Okay,
you spent that on kids. When you spend on kids, you're gonna expect kid results, and that's 5th.
And they have a kid manager as well. You could say that
exactly. So they have to learn from mistakes of the past seasons and look to improve. You know what I'm saying? So I think next season, I think you keep him. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna spend more money on a manager. That manager is gonna want to spend more money, and it's not guaranteed that the project, whatever project they have, work out. So I think stick to the manager, show faith in the manager and the players, and they will repay your faith eventually.
You know what's gonna happen, right? I'm with Doug. They bottled this. They had it in their hands. United had their worst ever season, ever in the Premier League. Tottenham were almost going to be Spurs, but then they regrouped, and Conte's a fantastic manager. This was their chance to get top 4. Yes, this squad is young, and I get that and that sort of stuff, and you want to show faith. But do you expect Arteta? And I still don't see a real tactical nuance from him, right? He goes into the big games. He's very naive. He wants to sit back and defend, but doesn't want to take the game to the teams, right? He did fantastic against City at the Emirates, but it hasn't been good from Arsenal in the big games this season. They've done well against the minor teams and Man United at home, but they had it in the hand. All they had to do was beat Spurs.
It was those 3 defeats in a row, wasn't it? It was those 3 defeats in a row that they really had that really hampered them. It was the Crystal Palace, Brighton,
Southampton.
I can't remember the second. Was it Southampton? So yeah, Southampton. Those were 3 games where you're looking at that, and they were winnable games. They were winnable games. But to be fair, they were at Selhurst Park. They were at the Emirates against Brighton. But Brighton, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they had the 3rd highest win percentage rate of away games, barring Liverpool and Manchester City.
I'm not saying that Arsenal didn't mess up though. They lost 5 games, literally 5 games at the back end of the season here, and games that they should have gotten at least 10 points out of. They should have comfortably gotten top 4. I'm not saying that, but then when you look at the team and their age and never been in this position before, they dropped the ball. I won't say they bottled it. They dropped the ball because they had it and they didn't take advantage, and Spurs crept up. At the same time, where Arsenal didn't do well, we expect Spurs to do the same, basically, and they were just really good. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's what that pipped Spurs over Arsenal. It was very, very close. You know, if they had gotten something out of the North London derby, a draw, it could have been a different whole different situation. Guys, Everton, man, they survived. Congratulations. I'm glad they survived. Where, you know, for me as a City fan, Liverpool would have a team that they go into a match with you know, where anything could happen. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So congrats to Lampard and Everton. You know how much Lampard would have learned from this situation? And what are you going to say? Sack him? No, you keep him in charge And next season, even if once Everton remains in the league next season, you keep him as well. You see what I mean? You back him and you keep him and you build something. When you keep changing, there's no continuity. There's nothing building between the players and the fan base and everything. You just keep chopping and changing. Look at United. Look, why you think they haven't been successful? You know what I'm saying? They keep chopping and changing, you know what I mean? So Everton, the same thing, spending a whole lot of money, switching managers, and they need to just hold it down for a while and just build something, man. And they have the players to do it.
Do you guys think Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be at Everton before the start of the season?
I think Calvert-Lewin will be, but Richarlison could leave. This guy don't like Liverpool at all, by the way, man. You know what I'm saying?
Remember that Bayern Munich were wanting Richarlison.
Yeah, Richard. Huh?
Yeah.
What?
I have heard today that apparently Bayern Munich are wanting Richarlison to replace Lewandowski.
Yeah, I read that. Bayern Munich wants him, but you saw the tweet that he put out? No, not the Jamie Carragher tweet. When you guys didn't win the title, he put out that Thierry Henry. This guy is something else. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man. And that Henry GIF, man. That shit is funny, man. I'm telling you. That shit is funny, but I'm happy that they survived. Though it was a very nervy finish to the season, but a lot of injuries then to Everton, and they survived, but they got battered in this game. I don't think they really cared because they survived, man.
Like they had
Definitely
in goal, didn't they?
Exactly. Yep.
Instead of Pickford.
Yep, so they didn't care. Guys, let's talk about Leeds surviving, man. Most of us thought that they were going to actually go down. We backed Burnley to do something at home, but they flunked out. And Leeds showed a lot of fight, a lot of spirit under the American Jesse Marsch, man. Jesse Marsch could not control himself, man. He was like an excited high school girl that had just won the freaking what prom queen, jumping on everybody. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't contain himself, man. And I'm happy for him as a fellow American. I'm happy for him. I thought he wasn't gonna do it, but he came in and he picked up a lot of points there after the sacking of Bielsa, and he saved Leeds, and I'm curious to see what he's gonna do with this team next season. I've seen that Brendan Aronson have been linked with Leeds. He's a neat little American player. Could definitely help them, but I think they're going to be they need to do more. Let's see if they keep Rafinha at the club. That's going to be very, very important that they do that, because Rafinha came up big in the last day as well. So Brentford 1, Leeds 2, and in terms of the goals here, we had Rafinha from the penalty spot, Sergi Canos with the header there. He was later sent off as well. And Jack Harrison in the 94th minute there. So, guys, talk to me about Brentford. I think Brentford, we knew from the get-go after they beat Arsenal and they got something against Liverpool. We knew that Brentford were actually going to, survive. They had some rough patches, but they bounced back. And Leeds, of course, survived. So, talk to me about these teams, Doug and Mike.
I mean, Brentford, you could say that the Eriksen signing was the difference in them staying up, because before that they were not good and they were going through a very, very rough patch. And then the Eriksen signing kind of completely changed their season and picking up crazy wins at Chelsea. So you got to give it to Brentford. They're a very sustainable club. They do business the right way. They make very smart signings. So kind of glad that Brentford stayed for another season. I have no clue how Leeds stayed up. They had a minus 40 something goal difference.
Who Leeds, right?
Yeah, 79 goals conceded.
Yeah.
And yet they're still in the league. That is crazy.
Yeah, I know. They know what they need to work on, man. Work on bringing in some better defenders. You know what I'm saying? You have some capable attackers. Maybe the recruitment has to be on point, man, or else they going down next season. They can't play around.
I don't know if they're gonna keep Rafinha. I don't know. I think he wants to go to another club and elevate his career.
Leeds is too massive, man. Leeds is too massive to not be in the league, and you know what I mean. Yeah. They gotta invest. They gotta invest, and it goes back to recruitment. Rafinha would be needed at the club to also attract quality players, but he don't want to be laboring at the bottom of the league. No. He wants to be playing Champions League or Europa League football. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and yeah, teams are gonna go in for him. Teams are gonna definitely go in for him, and it's gonna be tempting.
You have to ask yourself as well: had David Raya been fit for the rest of the season, to say Brentford would probably be higher, because they've had a fantastic first season. I've been very impressed with Brentford. I think they've been an absolute breath of fresh air coming up into the Premier League. You know, they gave Liverpool a very good game, gave City a very good game, gave Chelsea a very good game. You know, that Brentford Community Stadium is absolutely rocking. Yes, unlucky to lose, yesterday, but, they didn't play very, very well yesterday, but I have to give credit to Leeds, and yeah, like Mike said,
so wait,
I can't...
You pay? How you know they didn't play well? You watched this game, bro? After I'm just messing around. But I don't know how anybody else played yesterday. Bro. The only focus was City, Villa, Liverpool, Wolves. Nothing else mattered, bro. I was looking at the little scores in the thing. And after the 78th minute, I didn't know Leicester went on to win so big. I didn't know what happened after that, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, to be fair, the 3 games that were on in the UK yesterday were Manchester City, Villa, Liverpool, Wolves, and Brentford, Leeds. So I actually had.
Oh, so you did watch? Okay.
I had the Liverpool game on my TV. I had the Manchester City game on my iPad, and I had the Brentford Leeds game on my phone. So I'm literally just looking back.
I do apologize.
No, it's okay.
But let me tell you something, right? When we were playing West Ham, Leeds were playing. Who were they playing? Brighton. I had that game on, and if I could tell you what happened in that game, it's after everything happened, we came back and everything, and then they got a last minute goal. I couldn't watch that game, and it was actually right in front of my face, but I couldn't watch it because I was focusing on what we were doing against West Ham, messing around, man. Isn't it crazy that 2 claret and blue teams give us hell in the last 2 games, and we went on to get a claret and blue kit, basically, when you think about it? So
that's true. I have to say though, the Leeds will definitely need to sharpen up next season, because so many teams. I mean, you guys beat them 7-0, we beat them 6-0 as well. So they're definitely. I think you beat them 4-0 at the Elland Road as well. We beat them 3-0. I think we beat them about 12. I think we beat them about 11-0 this season or something like that. Some crazy scoreline.
They can't defend, man. They have to get away from the Bielsa mentality of the murder ball, gung ho. Just go all attacking type football and play with some more pragmatism if they are to stay up again next season. So both these teams will survive, and both these teams survived and will be in the league next season. So for Brentford, 13th. 46 points, that's pretty damn good. And for Leeds, 17th, 38 points, just by the skin of their teeth, though. Guys, we're going to keep it moving. Brighton, 3, West Ham, 1. This Brighton team, I'm telling you guys, I call them the mini Man City. I have a nickname for my son Liam, and it's Brighton, because they just never behave. They just always giving you problems, man. You know what I'm saying? And They will be a nuisance to you, and that's this Brighton team finishing off the season strongly. Best ever season in their top flight history. Goes back to whenever they were in the league, whether it was 1920 something, wherever. This team had their best year ever. Joel Veltman playing as a winger in this game. Pascal Gross, I'm telling you, this guy Pascal Gross is highly underrated, man. I don't know. If you want a kind of money ball type signing, Pascal Gross, man, the German. I was thinking, there's not many quality German players around the place these days, When you really, just think about it. You want to sign a German, who do you sign? You're like, you're like, I can't. Just think about what I'm saying, guys. There's not a lot of
The
players.
only one I can think of is Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So,
Schlotterbeck.
these Germans are very, very rare, and maybe it's you could see the decline, German football in the last couple of years. Maybe they're on the up again, but Pascal Gross have scored some really good goals. The one against United, this one, and Welbeck, coming up with that. Brighton could have scored a lot more goals in this game. Antonio in the 48th minute opened the scoring with a good turn and shoot. But West Ham, you could say they were in a poor position to, the game was set up. The Crystal Palace United game was set up for West Ham to freaking put United in that Conference League, and they oh man, I'm mad about that though. But look, Brighton, what a season. Top 10, that is great, man. 9th, 51 points. What a season, man. And Brighton are threatening to play European football for the next coming season. 7th or 6th, they could get that high next season if they hold on to their better players, and if they recruit, they continue. The recruitment has been very good as well. West Ham, 7th, 56 points, poor at the back end of the season. I think they were distracted by the Europa League, but solid again. They will be in the Conference League, and you got to be proud of West Ham. And guys, your thoughts on these teams?
What a signing Cucurella's been.
What a signing he will be for City, you mean?
I think it's all probably going to happen. But if you guys get him, I think it's a very good signing at left back.
It will happen. He's from Catalonia.
There you go. But no, Cucurella and Mwepu, they've got some very, very good players. Brighton have been very good this season, and Pascal Gross with a farewell goal, because he is actually leaving the club at the end of the season.
Oh wow, where is he going? City?
I don't know.
Gundogan replacement? Nah, I doubt.
I would imagine probably back to Germany.
Eintracht Frankfurt, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows? Yeah.
Who knows, man?
West Ham had one job. They had one job.
Bissouma comes to Bayern as well. He'd make a good signing as well.
Yeah, but he's got that case, so not a lot of people want to go after that. That's why.
Yeah, that has been quiet for a while. I think he'll be okay with that though.
Yeah, but that's why teams they don't want to take a chance because of the court case. But West Ham, you had one job. Send United to the Conference League, and you couldn't hold on.
Exactly. Very disappointing, right?
You had one job. Well, although it's been a great season for West Ham, right? They made it to semifinals Europa League and pushing for almost a top 4. They just don't have the squad to compete in both competitions. That's what kind of made them in this. But they had one job, and that's send United to the Conference League, and they failed. So I'm pissed.
Exactly. West Ham, for that, your season, you get an F. But yeah, guys. Good season, fantastic seasons for both clubs, and they will look to build on that next season. Guys, Burnley's out of the league, man. I really don't care, to be honest. I honestly don't care, but they fought well. I think they survived 7 seasons. Sean Dyche got sacked, and maybe it's poetic that they're going down, because what would Burnley be in the league without Sean Dyche? You see what I'm saying? So let them start again from the Championship and come back up. They had it. It was there for them to actually survive, and they lost their last 3 games of the season, which is, come on, man. You know what I mean? The last 3 out of 4, and they only picked up 1 point out of a possible 12. Of course you're going down. You see what I'm saying? When you're in a situation like that, you gotta get points, and it was very close. They ended up getting 35 points. So imagine you got 12 points on, you got 1 out of 12, and you lost you got relegated because you were behind by 3 points. Like, come on, of course you're gonna go down. I think they have too many bit part players in their team. They don't have enough players, like enough Maxwell Cornets in their team to actually step up and do magical things. And I think that's what Burnley are missing. That's the missing ingredient. I think if what they should have done when they signed Cornet, they should have looked around the French league, and they should have brought in a couple more of those, French players, those Africans from that play in France. They should have actually brought in a few of them. If you look around and you see, guys, it's evident, man. You look around the league. You know,
Yep.
diversify your team. Look at Norwich. Look at Burnley. I'm just putting it out there. And you'll get results. You need stamina. You need an engine.
But
You need-
I would
you-
say Man City don't have a very diverse team.
Not very at all.
Yeah,
You know.
so then that argument kind of goes out of the way. But I would
Not,
say that I understand your point,
but we have diversity. We have let me put that one to. We got diversity. We got Sterling, Badman Sterling from Jamaica. What a grand general. You got John Stone speaking patois. You know what I'm saying? We got Gabriel Jesus. You know what I'm saying? We got Fernandinho. We got Stefan. We got diversity. We got.
those guys started yesterday.
It doesn't matter. We got diversity. Okay?
No, I understand.
But Pep, I look, Pep is a smart guy, bro. I'm telling you this. He might seem a little bit like he's racist or something, or against Africans, but he's a smart guy. Trust me. The AFCON is every single 2 years, bro. You bring in, look, we have one African in the team in Mahrez. That's enough. I'm telling you guys, that is enough, because when the AFCON come around, I don't want the team to lose its spine. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might look at Liverpool and say, we did well. We didn't have 3 players, but we did well. But Salah came back a different person. You know what I mean? You know, just think about it. Even though Mane and Keita came back and played very well, Salah came back a whole different person, where he was hurt from the whole Egypt not qualifying for the World Cup and not winning the AFCON. So, you know, when it comes to diversity, I think Pep knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? When you know, if you want to maybe have diversity in the team, maybe go Brazilian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Go Brazilian or Portuguese. You know what I'm saying? You know. So just,
But back on the topic of Burnley.
Yeah. Back on the topic of diversity and Burnley.
Obviously, you know what? They've been in the league now many seasons, right? I think they kind of need to go a new direction. They need to go away from the kind of Brexit style of football and maybe play a more attractive
Yeah, exactly.
that can be sustainable in the Premier League. Because if you play that sort of negative football, you know, you're not going to win a lot of games. And maybe Burnley fans want to feel that winning element as well, and the players back in the Championship, even though it's a very, very, very tough league and they haven't spent a lot of money. I think they have the lowest budget in the whole league, so they don't spend money. So maybe in hindsight, this could be a good thing if they do spend it well and they kind of just revamp their team to a new direction. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad.
So we see Ilias is saying here that Maxwell Cornet apparently has a 25 million release clause and he's gone.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, and I
going back to France.
France, nah, I don't think anyone's gonna pay 25 million for him in France, bro. I think Maxwell Cornet, and I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna make a guess right now. A team that I think could pay 25 million for Cornet is Crystal Palace. I'm just making a guess. You think Vieira? You think, you know, the diversity that they applying over there? I'm just saying. You know, and people might be looking at me like, what are you talking about? Why are you talking race and all of that? Guys, come on, guys, you know, we well know the physicality that, you know, black players bring to your team. We know that. You see what I'm saying? We know that. You know what I mean? The skill, the physicality and everything. We know that, man. So we're not even going to get into that. Look at the NBA if you don't believe me. You know, so I think teams could actually be more diverse. I'm not saying you can't, you know, I'm not saying you can't be Brexit FC, but then you'll be in the Championship or in League 1 or League 2. I'm just saying. So, yeah, let's get off of that topic. Burnley relegated, but Newcastle, man. God damn. Eddie Howe is my manager of the season. That's my manager of the season. Forget Pep, forget Klopp. My manager of the season is Eddie Howe, because I don't understand how you take over a club on 6 points, no wins, and you finish 11th. How? How does it happen? I don't know.
Go ahead, Doug.
I mean, it's just been fantastic from start to finish for Newcastle. Obviously, from the Eddie Howe start. Bruno Guimaraes has been a fantastic signing. Dan Burns been a very good. They've made some really solid signings. Maybe apart from Chris Woods.
Yeah,
It's safe to say. But Matty Targett, left back, has been excellent. Dan Burns, centre back. Guimaraes is obviously the pick of the bunch. Kieran Trippier, right back. I think Newcastle will be a really dangerous team next season.
Yep, definitely.
Got the money. That's the problem. We'll see how they're going to spend the money this summer. And Eddie Howe's doing a good job, but second season, get some more players in. Newcastle.
I think you'll see. I think you might see Lucas Paqueta possibly being in a
Guys.
Newcastle shirt.
No.
Guys, I don't know if anybody remember, but when they signed Guimaraes, I said Paqueta would fit this team, and bam! I gotta go and find it. I'ma look through.
You did say that, Dom.
I did say that, man. And look, listen, man. Listen.
Dom, do you predict Liverpool winning the league next season?
Woo! I don't want to make outrageous claims, man.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to make outrageous claims.
Nice one.
Not at all. Somebody said, Dom, the sound is off. How is the sound off? Please explain to me how the sound is off. You guys are hearing me, right?
Yeah, loud and clear, mate.
Yeah, so I don't know what Loco Smiley is talking about. From the beginning, it was. You know. So, Angel Abel is saying, Dom, you don't want to get cancelled talking about the brother. No. I cannot get cancelled like that. I cannot get cancelled. There is a thing that, do you guys know, if you're black and you talk about things like that, you can't really get cancelled. It's weird. Race talk is weird, where if you're white and you talk about that shit, they're ready to cancel you. But if you're black and you talk about race relations, and you're okay though. You know, apparently. You know, but I'm not talking anything crazy or anything wild, so you know what I mean? It is what it is. But look, Newcastle, they did great. Guys, we got to keep it moving. Chelsea, let's talk about Chelsea. Chelsea 2, Watford 1. Kai Havertz in the 11th. Don Gosling. Who is he? A ghost, maybe. He scored in the 87th minute. And Ross Barkley scored in the 91st minute. Kennedy also one of the assists. And Reece James, man. I'm telling you guys about this guy, Reece James, all the time. You guys don't believe me. You guys are not listening. But Reece James with an outrageous assist. I don't know. I like Reece James, man. I don't know what it is. You know, I'm Reece James over Trent all day, man. I don't know. Just saying. And Chelsea, very underwhelming season. Very, very underwhelming. But at the same time, finishing third, Champions League football next season is still a positive. And they will look to rebuild after all the off-the-field issues, the change of hands of the club, and the whole Lukaku situation. You know, they'll have a lot of players leaving. They'll have players coming back from loan being part. It's going to be a rebuild and a reset for Chelsea next season. 2-1, good finish against Watford for the season, and third. You know what I mean? Watford already relegated. Roy Hodgson, you know, all the best in retirement. I hope he lives maybe until he's 90. You know what I'm saying? So he could enjoy his time after football at least. And for Watford, they'll go down under Rob Edwards, new manager in the championship, and they probably kick ass and come back up. You know, so all the best to them. They lose a few of their quality players, but they'll rebuild and come again for sure, like they've done season after season. So guys, what are your thoughts, man?
Well, Watford have their lowest points total in Premier League history. I think it's 23 that they've had. That's their lowest points total that they've ever had as well. But it's been a very poor season, as we can obviously say. 2 home wins all season. Really, really poor. And those 2 home wins were against Aston Villa and Manchester United as well. I believe Emmanuel Dennis is already looking for a move, which doesn't really surprise me. I think he could do it at any Premier League club.
Yeah,
that he could do it. But no, I think I'm resigned to the fact that I think probably Norwich and Watford are probably going to be right back in the Premier League in the 23-24 season.
Not again.
Probably. Yeah, probably, and do the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yep. Big win slots 1894, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me, Mike.
I mean, look, bye Watford. I could care less about this club. This is not a football club, man. This is sack and hire club. That's what they are. So good riddance for them. Even though they got some decent players, but they deserve to go down. This is not a football club. But happy about Chelsea. You know, they get the win, but they have an interesting summer. Very, very interesting summer. Rudiger's going to leave. Christensen's going to leave. Who are they going to buy a center back? I mean, they got to get some attackers who score goals because they've had a lot of good chances. Pulisic constantly misses. Lukaku is Lukaku, and they just need to. They have a lot of areas to. They have a lot of areas to fill in, to be honest. Yep. So it's
I actually think they should hold on to Kennedy. I've always liked Kennedy. For some reason, I don't think Kennedy has been given a good shot at Chelsea. I think Kennedy is a versatile enough player that could help Chelsea next season. I'm just putting it out there. Man.
But he's a backup. That's what his role will be, to Ben Chilwell.
I'm just putting it out there, man. So yeah. So any other thoughts on these teams, guys? Chelsea, you know what I mean? Lackluster, you know, this season, you know what I mean? They lost a lot of big games against teams that they should have beaten. You know what I mean? They also blew the Champions League against Real Madrid, like Man City did as well, and like PSG did.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of company.
Their home form as well towards the end of the season was no good.
Yeah, they obviously, you know, they got the off the field issues, and obviously these things are gonna play on you. But the guys up top gotta step up, man. Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, all these they have. I think Thomas Tuchel still does not know his best 11.
No.
Conte did not have the best season as well. You know, so they're just all over the place in terms of their starting 11, man. I think it's affected them big time. And the Lukaku situation did not help in terms of the starting 11 being constant. So, yeah.
Are they getting Perisic?
Possibly. There's been rumors of that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a decent signing for Chelsea. Perisic.
I think so too.
I don't think so. I love Perisic, but come on, man. That's not the way forward. That is not the way forward. He's going to be on big wages. Plus, he could only give you 2 seasons. Just think about it.
Well,
you see what I mean?
Then Ben Chilwell develops even more and more, so that's maybe what their thought process is with that.
So what's Perisic going to play, as a wing back?
Well, yeah, he's been playing as a wing back for Inter, so he's going to play as a wing back.
Yeah.
I don't think... Bro, let me ask you, you think Perisic would hold up in the Premier League? This is the Premier League you're talking about, you know.
Perisic is such a good player, bro. You love him. He's such a good player.
He's good, but I don't see him holding up, man. The Premier League is intense, bro. It's intense, man.
He plays a very intense style of football, Perisic does.
Yeah, Perisic is a machine.
Bro, I love Perisic, but I don't know, man. The Premier League might listen. He never played in the league. Just remember that. Never played in the league. You come in the league and you might get shown up. I'm just saying it. Yeah. You can't say I never warn you guys. I love Perisic, but I don't think the league might fit his style, though. Seriously. I really don't think so. Like what? And I'm surprised. Perisic, why you never see guys like Perisic and Yannick Carrasco in the league? You know, maybe because the league just doesn't fit their style. Believe me, you guys would see. But thanks to everybody who's saying big up to City. Thanks to anybody who's questioning my loyalty to Man City as well. Keep doing your thing. Like I always say, man, look, you could be high school sweethearts, or you could know your wife from kindergarten, or then you could also meet her last year or the year before, and still end up being a better relationship than someone you knew all your life. I'm just putting it out there, man. I have not been a City supporter for as long as, you know, some people might want me to be a City supporter, but I'm a City supporter. That's the most important thing, and I'm probably more passionate than a lot of people who've been City supporters all their life. This is my team. You know, this is the only team that I ever genuinely ever supported. And I'm proud of that, man. You see what I'm saying? I have my reasons for not being a supporter for a very, very long time because I never give the fuck. Okay? Let me just put it out. Let me just say it one time. I used to just be a casual viewer of the league. I had other things going on in life other than watching club football. But I've been watching the World Cup and international stuff from since 98. You see what I'm saying? So it's not until I really got out there on my own and I got time, I wasn't focusing on life and it's mishaps and happenings or whatever, that I really got to sit down and do what I'm doing right now. So give me a break, for God's sake. Stop questioning me, okay? You know? And I ain't no wagonist, you know what I'm saying? Guys, that's being a bandwagonist, you know? That's a Jamaican thing. It says your mic is very loud as well, you know. Good. So you could hear exactly what I'm saying. So guys, we're gonna keep it moving. We got 2 more games to talk about. Let's touch on those. And then 3 games actually before I get out of here. I gotta run out of here pretty soon. Palace 1, Manchester United 0. You know, very laughable and very, very laughable, man.
Do you actually know that before yesterday, Crystal Palace had never beaten Man United at Selhurst Park?
Yeah, never ever. All kind of records been broken this season when it comes to United. This is their worst ever season in the Premier League era, and it's just, you know, sums up how they've been after Sir Alex Ferguson left, which is the last time they ever won a title. They've come in second, you know what I mean? But second, nobody remembers second, you know? Second means you're not good enough. I'm sorry, Liverpool fans. You know you came in second this season, but you weren't good enough to beat City. And it's just facts, you know what I'm saying? And United, it brings me joy and delight to watch them suffer season after season, trophyless seasons after trophyless seasons, turmoil after turmoil, crisis after crisis, you know, mishaps after mishaps, bad signing after bad signing, you know, and I could go on and on and on, but it brings me joy and pleasure to watch Man United fail.
Can I just say something, Dom? Oh, sorry. Can I just say something, Dog?
Talk to me. Everybody talk at the same time. Let's just talk shit about United.
I'm not going to say the channel's name, but they put out a tweet yesterday that said, Brighton equalize Europa.
I'm going to say the channel name, and it's called the United Stand.
Yes, exactly that one.
The United Stand.
This is how bad United have gone.
Exactly.
They are now celebrating going to the Europa League. Shame on them, and shameless to their fans. Yes, they can be happy that the quad is over, but you're celebrating City, your other rival, winning the league as well over Liverpool. That's how bad you guys have gone, and that's how shameless you guys are as a fan base. You better fix up, and you cannot talk any sort of crap now for the next couple of years. Look, Erik Ten Hag is a fantastic hire. I think that's the best manager you can get right now. He's going to do wonders. You just got to be patient with him. But this team is utter garbage. Have fun in Czech Republic and Kazakhstan.
Yeah,
definitely.
I would agree. Manchester United has been a laughable season, absolutely laughable season, and the Ralph Rangnick project did not work once. I have no idea why they brought him in. You know, a big club like Manchester United and the size and the history of that football club should not be hiring an interim manager. You know, you should have a lot of people. You should have a lot of people bending over backwards going over broken glass to go to Manchester United. But when Ollie was sacked, how many managers were being linked? Not many. Ralph Rangnick, I don't know where they got Ralph Rangnick from, but you have to say that Manchester United players are an absolute embarrassment, and I'd also have to say, just get rid of the things saying that we're odd. Like, yeah, we didn't do our best. The Twitter like tweets, like the Instagram. Just get away from that. Just get away. If you know you're bad, then you know you're bad. But Manchester United have been absolutely shocking this season. Like, how many bad results are you actually going to have? I think that was their 7th defeat in a row away from home as well. Like Crystal Palace yesterday, not once. I watched Match of the Day yesterday. Not once did they test Palace at the goal. Yes, I know Cavani hit the crossbar, but how many games has Cavani played? Like, it's just been disaster after disaster.
Did you see what he did at the end of the game yesterday, Doug?
Yeah,
he went to the bus,
went like that.
Yep.
Went like that. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a monkeys about Manchester. He's probably going back to Uruguay. This is the thing with Manchester United. They need to stop giving players. When I say players, 30 plus, these big contracts. Yes, Ronaldo bailed you out so many times. Like 18 Premier League goals is still a very, very good return for Manchester United. But Manchester United are an absolute mess from top to bottom, and it is going to take time for Eric Ten Hag to do what he likes. You need realistic expectations next season. Don't like the fans don't need to be realistic. Don't expect to be going for the league. Don't expect to be challenging Manchester City and Liverpool. Don't expect to be challenging for top 4. You need to be baby steps. So try and get top 6, then work your way up to top 4. And then maybe 3 or 4 seasons, if it's going well, then you will be challenging for the title. But Man United fans, you need to be realistic because your club at the moment stinks.
By the way, Bruno Fernandes put in a great assist to Wilfried Zaha yesterday, by the way. Congrats, Fernandes, getting the new contract and putting perfect passes to the opposite team.
Well said. Guys, my mic was a bit loud. I did check the replay and find out that it was loud. But the reason why, it might not sound loud to you guys, but the processing and everything. When I started the stream, it's like my mic wasn't working and I had to reset everything, so it just sent out of whack. You know what I mean? I have to fix that later on today. But I do apologize for any if the mic is loud.
I apologize going on a bit of a rant there and tangent over Man United.
It's okay. It was needed. You did what I wanted to do. But guys, let me know if the mic sounds a little bit better. I turned the volume down a bit. I have to fix it. I hate when it does this, StreamYard, and you have to set that thing up in the background, and it doesn't really so it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it was a bit loud. It was definitely a bit loud. But on my end, it's like all green. You know what I'm saying? It's showing me that it's good, but it's not because of StreamYard's processing. So look, Palace, they've done. It's better now. Turn it down, but I'll fix it a bit later. Do apologize for that. And it's such an epic live stream, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna worry about that. But Palace won, man. They did the job. Vieira has done a great job this season. Kudos to him. For what he did with Palace, finishing 12th, 48 points. That's a solid season. And that is only 10 points behind United. Not bad at all, you know what I'm saying? And Man United are just pathetic, man. I've said it enough times this season, and I'm not gonna waste my time on them right now. I'm gonna have to do a season review and another live stream to wrap everything up. So I'll go more in depth, I'll be more prepared and have some stats and everything, to give you guys, talk a bit about transfers and everything, going forward there. So So we're going to keep it moving. Guys, I got to run out. So we got 2 games to just finish off. Leicester 4, Southampton 0. That was that was basically a dead rubber type game. But Leicester finishing off the season strongly, finishing 8th, 52 points. And they ran riot on Southampton on the day. Maddison, Vardy. Listen, man, Maddison and Vardy together is so good. They're so good. And then Perez came off the bench to score 2 screamers, man. You need a player like Perez in the team, because he'll be a fringe player. He'll play some, he starts some, he don't look too mad about, his role, and, good finish to the season there. Guys would leave. Tillemans, I think Harvey Barnes, a very selfish player, and he needs to weed that out of his game. Jamie Vardy could have scored, more goals yesterday if he was given the ball and everything. Southampton just poor end to their season. Their season was very sporadic, I think. They had good moments. They had some really bad patches of, periods of play where they just lost a lot, and they're lucky to survive. And I think Southampton are just on the brink, season after season after season, and something got to be done, or they could be relegated very soon, man.
Yeah, and Iose Perez loves playing against Southampton.
Yep. 9 goals, I think, in 14.
Yeah, he absolutely loves playing against Southampton. And funnily enough, this is one of the games I actually almost got right. I was getting laughed at by a lot of people yesterday, and I actually said 5-1 Leicester, so I was obviously 1 goal off. But I actually worry for Ralph Hasenhuttl. I don't know if Mike and Dom, and I don't know if you guys will agree with me here, but I'm not sure Ralph Hasen. I wonder if Ralph Hasenhuttl has taken Southampton as far as he can.
But then again, it's probably because of him why they're surviving, though. What if they had let's say they had an English manager? They would have probably been relegated. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Their best players, but they got new players now. So let's see if they're going to go in a new direction and back up. Let's see.
I think that's the aim. But if other clubs want your players, there's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? The players want to move. You have to take the money and reinvest it. So. Pretty lackluster season, but I think they're lucky to survive again. But Leicester, their season derailed a bit by the Europa League and the Conference League, still managed to finish 8th. Let's see with their rebuild incoming if they could actually place a lot higher next season there. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna finish it off with the last team. Norwich 0, Tottenham 5. Look, man, Norwich. From the get-go, I said Norwich are done. Like
everybody can predict that, Dom. That's a hard prediction to do.
No, from match day one, I'm this team is done. They're done out here. I think they have a few decent players that could, I think Grant Hanley is a very good player. I think West Ham would do good with a player like Grant Hanley in, just as a defensive backup next season, Conference League, the cups and everything. Doug, I don't know if you agree with me. He's a Scottish player, but Hanley is a player that puts his body on the line and he gives his all. So let me see if anybody comes in for him. And, apart from him, Pukki is a very good player, man. And it's just, unfortunately,
60% of
exactly.
Are you kidding me? That's how bad they are. Is when you're relying on a 3-year-old finish.
But he never gets the backup though. The next highest goal scorer scored 3 goals, I think.
That's what Rashica was supposed to be. That's what Sargent was supposed to be.
And Zolis, all these guys.
And all these guys. Norwich are just terrible. Thank God they're gone again, man. I can't stand this club. As much as I love my boy Pukki and I'll back him, they're just a yo-yo, man.
Yeah, let's see what Dean Smith does with them in the championship if he stays at the club though. But let's talk about Spurs. Let's finish off, the today's stream on Spurs though. Spurs 5, Norwich 0. Kulusevski has been a revelation. I think he's the reason. I think Antonio Conte coming in and bringing in his recruits in Bentancur, Romero and Kulusevski from the Serie A, and these guys have actually and all these guys have roots from Juventus. So I think that saved Tottenham's season. That definitely saved their season. They had a good lot of big results against City and Liverpool this season. But I think the finish was a strong finish. Son Heung-min getting the golden boot along with Salah. Let's just mention that. I know Allison and Edison with the golden glove tied. Salah with the most assists as well. But Son Heung-min, man, the first season he finished above Kane on goals, and he's just damn good, man. I think he deserves a trophy. Like Spurs, just win the League Cup or the FA Cup next season, man. Like, come on. You see what I mean? Just win something now. Just win something. Win something for Kane and Son, man. At least these guys. For Lloris. Win something.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've got to be honest though. I think the signing of Kulusevski has been a very good one, for sure. I think there is talk that I think they're going to make that one permanent, and I think that will definitely bolster them for sure. I'm not sure if Bentancur is going to be signed permanently, but Kulusevski for me has been a very, very good signing for them.
Spurs are. Conte's been the difference in them getting top 4. What a manager.
Definitely.
But he said in his press conference that he still won't be with Tottenham next season. So let's see if Conte might move on. But I think for Spurs' sake, they need to keep him at all costs and back Conte, because if you build a team for Conte, he will get you trophies. And what do Tottenham want? Trophies, because they haven't won a trophy since 2008. And I would arguably say that Kulusevski has been the January transfer signing. I think his impact on this team has been magnificent. And Son Heung-min, top goal scorer, finally achieved it. And that second goal he scored yesterday was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, that second goal he scored. So big up the Spurs. They made Champions League football when probably nobody predicted that before the season started. But the manager makes a difference. And Spurs have a manager in Conte.
Well said, well said. I really can't believe people in the chat didn't let me know the thing was loud. The thing sounds so loud and ridiculous from the get. Mike, you guys whoever tuned into the stream, man, you guys should have let me know I sounded loud and off. But it sounds a lot.
You didn't sound off at the beginning, but when I entered here, you sounded fine to me. So
it sounds
fine. Yeah,
it sounds good now, but I apologize, man. I'm a perfectionist of I like things to be good. So when it's off like that, it kind of bothers me a bit. I wish I could change it, but I can't right now. But it's a lot better. It's a lot better. It's tolerable now. But thanks to whoever came in and said that it's too loud. I know there's a DJ. One of them guys is a DJ, so he got an AS for it. And whoever else said it, man, appreciate it. So, guys, look, I wish we could stay longer, but we might have to come back and do this by myself or whatever. But a review of the season to go more in depth. Or maybe I'll just leave it at that, man, and talk next season. Just leave this season behind. But that's 38, man, guys. I know. It's rough, as YouTubers, you guys know how hard it is. 38 previews and the midweek ones as well, and 38 roundups. Oh, man, it's a marathon, man. I'm telling you. And that's why that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The league is harder than the Champions League. I'm telling you guys that. It's harder.
Even for content creators.
It's harder, man. It's harder. But yeah, man, I gotta be somewhere in about 20 minutes. It's not that far, so I'm gonna head out of here though. So appreciate everybody who came in. Said congratulations, commiserations to Liverpool, Doug, Mike. Thanks for coming in and helping me out with this one. We will be talking soon, and we'll talk a lot about next season and World Cup and all that good stuff. Coming up soon, man. So guys,
great next week.
Oh, it's next week. Is it next week? Damn, man. Everything is just coming down so fast.
Exactly.
Man. Yeah, so, guys, do appreciate you tuning in. For all those who super chatted, all the members, appreciate you guys, supporting the thing. And we'll talk again very, very soon, man. So, look, from your boy Dom, Doug, go check out their channels as well. Mike, check out their channels. I'll put a link in the description box when I have some time. Michael Talks Football and the Dugout Football channel. We've been working together all season, so appreciate you guys tuning in and helping me out with this one, okay? So, from your boy Dom, until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. Thanks, Mike, for showing your face finally, man. Oh, man. All right, guys. Peace.